has been affiliated with numerous clubs and organizations over the years. Although she has enjoyed sharing her time and talent with them all, serving as chair of the Chattahoochee Valley Community College Foundation Board is high on her favorite list of things to do. When she is not at a board meeting or volunteering in the community, Roz enjoys writing and watching reruns of Gunsmoke, The Rifleman, and Little House on the Prairie. Roz graduated magna cum laude from Spring Hill College in Mobile, Alabama, with a bachelor's degree in communications. She and her husband Dennis are active members of Prospect AME Church in Fortson, Georgia. They have 2 adult children and 7 beautiful active grandchildren. May I introduce and present Roz Durden. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Watkins. Good evening. Wow, what a breathtaking group of sponsors we have here tonight. You look spectacular, amazing, and I'm so happy that you're here to share in this event with us tonight. You're going to hear from students who will share what your support means to them and their families. 3 honorees you know and love will be recognized, and I feel confident you will agree that they are worthy to be acknowledged. We have reasons to celebrate, and you're going to hear about that a little later on tonight.
But it is such an honor to be here. Cvcc, that's my old stomping grounds. Of course, when I was there was way back in the day. And I don't even mind dating myself. I'm just going to say that when I drove to Phoenix City drove to Cvcc from Columbus in my green Volkswagen, which I later saved up enough money to paint it red. There are a few women in here who understand why I painted it red. But I would be driving to Cvcc and listening to, and I'm going to date myself, some Rick James, some Kool and the Gang, some Endless Love, all on my 8-track player. Does anybody know what an 8-track player is? All right. And so it was a wonderful time for me. It was a beginning of something very special for me, because as a teenager who really wasn't making a whole lot of money, I decided that I was going to go to a private school in Atlanta. Well, when that did not align with my parents' financial wherewithal, I decided that, you know what, we're going to go to Cvcc. And the beauty about such institutions as Cvcc is that you could work full time and you could take your time. So I wasn't on the 2-year plan. I was here for the long haul. So, as I was, trying to make up my mind about where I would transfer to a 4-year institution. But just a wonderful place, and it was also a place, if you were a woman and if you had Dr. Taylor's Psych 101 class, you did not wear the combination of red and black. Does anybody remember that? I see a couple of hands. Okay. If you need to know, you can come to me afterwards and I'll tell you. I can't tell you in mixed company. Okay, I don't want to be escorted out of this place. But anyway, right now, I just want to absolutely welcome you all to this wonderful celebration. And enough about me, let's get this started. So right now, I would like to introduce Rhonda Turner and the Cvcc Choral Ensemble. As they come down the stairs, please show them some love. Do we have any musicians out there who are musicians in school? I took the flute and violin, and I played the Magnus chord organ. So ask me what I can play today. Nothing.
We're going to be singing a medley of 3 songs for you from classic rock and roll, 1973, 3 favorites, arranged for us by Dr. Tom Daniel, our band director. We're singing Drift Away, Long Train Running, and Shambhala. And then in honor of our honorees tonight, who have been a beacon of light, we are singing This Little Light of Mine.
I'm feeling the strain, and it's shame. Oh, give me the beat, boys, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the beat, boys, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. When my mind is free, you know a melody can move me. When I'm feeling blue, the guitar's coming through to soothe me. Give me the beat, boys, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the beat, boys, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Down around the corner, half a mile from here, you see them vultures running, and you watch them disappear. Without love, where would you be now? Without love. Illinois Central, Southern Central Freight. Keep on pushing, mama, 'cause you know they're running late. Without love, where would you be now? Without love, without love. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, the halls of Shambhala.
8, and it is CVCC's Foundation's largest fundraiser. The awards recognize individuals connected to CVCC in 3 categories, and they are alumni, service, and athletics. This year, as of yesterday, there are over 100 sponsors for a total of $113,125, the most funds ever raised or billed by all of us. That's because of you. Thank you so much. We certainly appreciate all of our sponsors, whether they're business or individuals. Thank you so much. Speaking of sponsors, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. Our top sponsor, Platinum, is Aflac. Let's give them a big hand. We have 10 gold sponsors, and they are Horizons Diagnostics. They're here. Let's give them a big hand. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, Beam, iHeart Media Columbus, Steve and Kent Butler, the Coin family, Phoenix City School. Thank you, thank you. W.C. Bradley and West Rock. Let's give them all. We also have 4 blue sponsors, and they are Alabama Power Foundation, Inc., Russell County School District, Synovus and Russell County Commission. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so much. Last but definitely not least, heartfelt thanks to 15 Pirate, 14 Friend, 33 supporters, and 5 golden patrons. A big round of applause to all of our sponsors, and again, including those of you who purchased individual tickets. All right, we're going to shift gears here just a moment. At this point, I would like to introduce a person I am proud to have known for a number of years, a person I have worked with on numerous occasions in Phoenix City and Russell County, specifically when I worked for Midwest FACO. A person who gives nothing less than her best. A person who has a calling to give back to her community. Namely, Jackie Screws. Jackie Screws has over 36 years of higher educational experience and has worked at both the university and community college levels. She began her educational career at Tuskegee University in Tuskegee, Alabama. In 1989, she transitioned to Alabama Community College System and joined Sparks State Technical College, now a campus of Wallace Community College, Dothan, as a counselor for the college's Title III grant. From that position, Screws worked her way up through the ranks in student affairs, serving in numerous progressive leadership roles. From 2000 to 2018, she served as Dean of Student Affairs and Dean of Sparks Campus for Wallace Community College, Dothan. On February the 1st, 2018, Screws became the 6th president of Chattahoochee Valley Community College in Phoenix City, Alabama. Screws is a first-generation college student from a disadvantaged background who has earned a bachelor's degree in business administration and a master's of education in student personnel administration, both from Tuskegee University. She is a resilient professional woman who believes in education, and she strives to provide all students and the community quality educational services to enhance the quality of life. Screws gives of her time and talent by serving on numerous committees and boards throughout the Chattahoochee Valley, the state of Alabama, and the southern region. She has been married to her husband, Larry Screws, for 34 years, and they have 2 beautiful daughters, Kendra Alexis and Morgan Sinclair. Please help me welcome Jackie Screws, President, Chattahoochee Valley Community College.
Thank you, Roz. I do want to admit that apparently Roz didn't get the abridged version of my bio. Did not intend for her to share all of that information about me, because this night is not about me. It's all about the students that we serve and the people who support us. It is my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of Chattahoochee Valley Community College. We are indeed proud that you have chosen to be here with us tonight. We appreciate your support, and we don't take it lightly. Programs like this really add meaning to what we do every day. Proceeds from tonight's event will provide scholarships for needy and deserving students in the Chattahoochee Valley region. You are all special to us, but I can't acknowledge you all by name. However, I want to recognize some groups of people who are instrumental in our college's success. First, I want to personally thank our foundation board. And I will tell you that every year they scold me and tell me they don't need to be thanked again, but they need to hear it from the president. I do appreciate your support and advocacy of our college. We cannot do what we do without you. To our sponsors, this year's response to our request has been simply amazing. Our sponsors are listed in the front cover of your program, and I hope you will take time to review that. I would like to recognize elected officials who are in attendance tonight and ask that our elected officials, would you please stand at this time to be recognized? All elected officials. Thank you for your support. We are happy to have members of the best team in the land with us tonight. And I say the best team because these people make me look good. Will the administration, faculty, and staff of Chattahoochee Valley Community College please stand? Thank you all. Our students are the reasons we do what we do at the college, and we are delighted to have some of them with us tonight. You have already seen our wonderful choir, and I want to thank them and Mrs. Turner for their musical presentation. We are honored to have our ambassadors here and some of our scholarship recipients. Ambassadors are wearing the blue shirts, and they're selling the tickets. And I do want to say, make sure you see my husband up front. I need those diamond earrings. We thank you, students, for being here. I want to also thank the Russell County High School Jazz Band. Dr. Coley, thank you for allowing them to be here. And of course, we want to thank Mr. Warren Thornton for providing our entertainment. They do an amazing job, and we are blessed to have them in our presence. Lastly, and most importantly, I want to congratulate our Hall of Fame honorees who will be officially recognized later in the program. Mrs. Leanne Barbary, Distinguished Alumni. Mr. Phil Stillwell, Distinguished Athlete. And Ms. Peggy Martin for Distinguished Service. You have shown servant leadership in your professions and in your community. You have given of your time and your talents, and you have represented the college well. I believe that this year may be a unique year in that all three Hall of Fame inductees are graduates of the college, and I think that deserves a round of applause. I want to congratulate you on this honor and welcome you into the Cvcc Hall of Fame. The past 3 years have indeed been unprecedented, a period laced with much uncertainty, but through it all, we are still standing and serving, and we have much to celebrate. Being able to conduct our program this evening is a great example of a reason to celebrate. Being able to provide scholarships for needy and deserving students makes our fundraising efforts at the college worthwhile. From summer 2022 to spring 2023, the CVCC Foundation awarded more than $83,000 in scholarship funds to 69 students. Thank you. In addition to this accomplishment, I am pleased to announce that with the funds received to support tonight's program, the foundation assets have exceeded $1 million. That is a goal that the foundation board talked about and we set earlier in the year, and you have helped us to reach that goal, and we thank you for investing in our college and our students. As you may know, Cvcc was established in 1973 and opened its doors in 1974. So this year marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of our college. And since we are already here and celebrating, we thought it only fitting that tonight's program serve as a platform to kick off our 50th anniversary celebration. Over the past 50 years, the college has experienced a legacy laced with challenges, opportunities, and yes, excellence. We stand here tonight on the shoulders of giants, for we know that we did not make this journey alone. There are many individuals who impacted our college and have helped us to shape our history. Tonight, to commemorate our anniversary, we want to present a special President's Award to 3 people who have made significant impact on the college, and by their deeds, they are CVCC history makers. And I will tell you that this is a surprise, and I will receive a scolding after this for doing so. The first individual is unable to be here tonight, but we wanted to honor her in her absence. Lise and the late Doug Patterson lost their 32-year-old son, Chris, on November 27, 2009, to swine flu. He was a well-loved advisor at CVCC. The Pattersons turned their pain to purpose by establishing the Chris Patterson Student Support Fund in 2010 with approximately $10,000. This fund helps students with emergency situations that interfere with their ability to stay in school. The main support for the fund is the annual Track or Treat 5K run, which takes place each year in October. In the last 5 years, the Chris Patterson Student Support Fund has awarded $15,400 to 22 CVCC students. The fund currently has $80,700 and is set to assist students for years to come. For being an agent of change, we are proud to present the President's Award to Mrs. Lise Patterson, and we will ensure that she gets it. The next award goes to a person who has been a part of the CVCC Foundation for 25 years, starting her tenure in 1998. At that time, the total assets of the foundation were just shy of $200,000. She was nominated to serve as chair in 2015 and served 2 3-year terms. When this history maker retired from W.C. Bradley in 2020, her co-workers commemorated her impact to the community by donating over $60,000 to establish a scholarship in her honor. That scholarship was awarded to CVCC. This scholarship provides $1,000 to a deserving student each semester. When it comes to supporting the foundation, she is a true heavy hitter, often leading the way in securing sponsors and unselfishly giving of her time and resources. It is my pleasure to bestow upon Mrs. Susan Wiggins the President's Award. And now the last award. In 2022, our final President's Award recipient unselfishly decided to honor his late wife's lifelong career in education in the Russell County School District, both as an employee and a member of the school board, by establishing the DeWilder Dilly Elliott Endowed Scholarship in her memory. This $100,000 donation became the second highest single donation to the foundation in history. The fund will provide two $1,000 scholarships per year to one graduating senior from Central High School and one graduating senior from Smith Station High School. Later in the spring of this year, the college will rename the collaboration room in our Learning Resource Center in honor of Mrs. DeWilder Dilly Elliott. Tonight, we are proud to honor Mr. Arthur Fort Elliott with the President's Award. Mr. Elliott, would you please come forward? In my closing, I hope you can tell that we are proud to share our rich history, and we want you to know our future is bright. We are expanding our campus to include 4 buildings previously owned by Troy University. To better respond to the training needs of business and industry, we will soon open our new Workforce Training Center. We recently received a 3-year, $600,000 federal grant to establish a Veteran Student Support Services Center. Our health sciences programs have consistently achieved passage rates that exceed state and national averages, with LPN rates being 100% and RN rates being 94%. Our fall enrollment increased by over 20% over that of last year, and the list goes on. Many have invested resources in our college, and we assure you that those investments are in good hands. We're not only existing at this time in our history, we are thriving. We ask you to continue to take this journey with us because the best is yet to come. I hope you have all received a piece of our anniversary cake. This year we decided to do dessert a little bit different. Since we're celebrating our 50th anniversary, we wanted to have cake. So hopefully you've gotten your share. Also, we ask that our wait staff provide champagne. I don't know if they have been able to serve that yet. Yes. Okay, well, someone bring me a glass. Now, to celebrate a grand fair, I ask you all to raise your glasses with me as we celebrate 50 years of excellence and service, and 50 more years to come. All right, I have to finish that when I get back to my table. Now, at this time, it is my honor to turn the program back over to our very beautiful MC, Ms. Teresa Whitaker. Thank you.
Y'all noticed the shoes as she goes down the stairs. I've been eyeing those. Now for the moment that we've all been waiting for, to honor our inductees for tonight. So for the first presentation, which will be for the distinguished alumna, we ask Dr. Taylor to please come to the podium. Dr. Sherry Taylor.
Good evening. My name is Sherry Martin. I'm a foundations board member here, and I'm very excited to be here tonight and to make the first introduction. In order to be nominated into the Distinguished Alumni category for the Cvcc Hall of Fame, you must be 1, a Cvcc graduate, or have earned 30 semester or 45 quarter hours at the college. Number 2, you have to have notable achievements in your career field or your public service. Number 3, you have specific service to the college service area, community of residence, and or Chattahoochee Valley Community College. And I can't tell you how much pleasure it gives me to introduce the 2023 inductee into the Cvcc Hall of Fame alumni, Lee Ann Barbary.
As a family nurse practitioner at Horizons Diagnostics, Leanne Barbary sees patients with symptoms ranging from sore throat to cough and congestion. Her passion for nursing stemmed from growing up in a household where both of her parents were in the medical field. She attended Cvcc after she graduated high school, then transferred to Auburn. She got a bachelor's degree in health promotion.
I was going to get a master's in health administration while I interned in it and hated it. There was a lot of paperwork, there was not a lot of interaction with people, and I didn't like that part about it, so I went back to school. So I went back to Cvcc and started my nursing career.
Barbary says that Cvcc was top tier in excellence and believes the Cvcc Licensed Practical Nursing Program, along with the Auburn Nurse Practitioner Program, were extremely beneficial to her.
At Cvcc, we had smaller class size. I felt like I received more individualized attention from my nursing instructors and the staff. Very helpful, always had a smile on their face, and I felt very comfortable at Cvcc approaching anybody if I had any needs or concerns during the time I was there.
Barbary is an instructor at Columbus State University as well as a mentor for high school students. She learns from them just like they learn from her. She encourages her students that are interested in the medical field to shadow someone within their field of interest. Not having the opportunity herself, she feels that it would have impacted her greatly if she would have had the option. She also suggests that her nursing students find their niche and pursue a career in that field.
They have different options as far as pediatrics versus adult health versus family practice. And they need to experience those things while in clinicals to help them decide what area they may want to go into.
Barbary believes that local hospitals should reach out to high schools and promote institutions like Cvcc to help students achieve their goals and get into the workplace easier and quicker without much debt. Inducted into the Cvcc Hall of Fame as a distinguished alumni, Barbary has said the experience was shocking and that she is excited to be receiving this honor.
Okay, they told me I couldn't talk very long, so this will be quick. I wanted to thank the CVCC Foundation for recognizing my accomplishments. I'm honored and humbled to be inducted with the 2 other outstanding community members. I would like to give thanks to God above, my family, my friends, my coworkers at Horizons Diagnostics,
and the two doctors that took a chance on me 15 years ago, Dr. Banks Carroll and Dr. Michael Sims. Without all of your support, this would not be possible. I'd also like to thank Chattahoochee Valley Community College for helping me develop the knowledge and skills I needed for a successful career. It is a privilege for me to give back to this great community I was born and raised in. Thanks again.
Congratulations. And our next category is for distinguished athletes. Please welcome Vicki Williams and David Johnson to the podium.
Good evening. My name is David Johnson, and I'm also a member of the Cvcc Foundation Board. It's a pleasure this evening to introduce the award, Hall of Fame Award for Distinguished Athlete. To be considered for this award, you must be 8 years removed from your tenure at Cvcc. You must have had a distinguished career as an athlete at Cvcc, and you must have a distinguished post-CVC athletic career. I was told to be brief, but Mr. Stillwell and Mark Carter gave me a list of stories. So here we go. It is a great honor to announce this year's recipient of the Hall of Fame Award for Outstanding Athlete, Mr. Phil Stillwell.
Phil Stillwell is a native of Phoenix City who has experienced a phenomenal career. In 1974, Phil graduated from Glenwood School, where he was an outstanding student athlete and member of the Glenwood baseball team. After graduation from high school, Phil attended Chattahoochee Valley Community College and played baseball under the leadership of Coach B.R. Johnson. Following his All-Conference and All-American career at Cvcc, he had the opportunity to play Division I baseball at Louisiana Lafayette while earning a degree in business administration. In 1986, Stillwell joined his brother Neil to start The Game, a headwear company that quickly became one of the most well-known brands in college athletics and professional sports organizations. During his time at The Game, he was instrumental in the growth of the Alabama Baseball Coaches Association by becoming the official hat sponsor. Not seeking publicity, Stillwell and The Game's partnership with the ALA-BCA was formed out of a mutual passion for growing the game of baseball in Alabama. Since leaving The Game in 2012, Stillwell has served as a volunteer assistant baseball coach at Glenwood High School under head coach Tim Fanning. It is a role he has relished as he gets to pay it forward to young players who are now where he started.
I'm kind of the grandfather figure. I'll go pat him on the back. I'm so fortunate and blessed to be able to be out there with those kids. And I've been doing it now for I think this is my 12th season. Every team's a little bit different, but at the same time, the being able to give just a little bit, and sometimes they just need an ear.
Additionally, he has made multiple international mission trips through More Than a Game and Serve to Lead to share his faith in the game of baseball.
I go on the first mission trip, and it was one of the most heartwarming experiences I've ever had in my life. And to see the look on a lot of these people's faces of the things that we take for granted, and everybody's heard these stories 1,000 times, but until you experience it, it's very special.
Stillwell remembers his time at Cvcc fondly and credits Coach Johnson with teaching him lessons he has been able to apply to both professional and personal areas of his life.
He was very strict, very, very, very disciplined. He taught me life lessons that I'm always grateful, and I still get to see Coach Johnson from time to time, not nearly as much as I would like, but when I do, I never ever fail to tell him how much of an impact he made on me, and that's something that Chattahoochee Valley at Cvcc provided for me during those times, and it was priceless today. And so they had a big influence on me, and I'm grateful that I had the opportunity.
As a distinguished alumnus, Phil Stillwell serves as an inspiration to those who know him and to the community he has served. Inducted into the Cvcc Hall of Fame March of 2023 as a distinguished athlete, Stillwell has said it was very emotional when told he was receiving this honor.
Cvcc is near and dear to my heart. I dearly love the college, and I'm proud to tell people that I went there.
I am extremely humbled standing in front of you tonight. I'd like to start off with the other two inductees, Miss Peggy Martin and Leanne. I've known both of them for a long, long time, and they have definitely made a big impact in this community, and they're special people. I would also like to thank the W.C. Bradley Company. There's some people here from the W.C. Bradley Company that when we were doing our business, they partnered up with us, and quite frankly, the bank would have probably foreclosed on our houses if we didn't have somebody like the W.C. Bradley to be behind us and support us. So to this day, every time I see some of the family members from the Bradley Company, I thank them, because it was they kept us afloat, quite honestly, and I'm very grateful for that. For the Cvcc, it was a pleasure working with David Fletcher and Betsy Bishop. Thanks for all your help. And Coach Johnson, I told you tonight, I didn't know what was going to be on the video. I just saw it for the first time. But I hope I know you get so tired of hearing that, but you've been a big part of my life, and I will always cherish those memories. He would get a little, folks out there, he would get a little crazy, in case y'all were wondering, but I learned so many life lessons from him, and I'm totally grateful for that. We have somebody else that a lot of people don't realize that the first year, and I was one of the ones that went to Westside Baptist Church to go to the classes. And our first year, Coach Johnson was the coach in waiting. I guess that's the new term in today's world. But actually, Coach Keith coached us the first year. Everyone knew that Coach Johnson was going to be coming over the next year. But their styles are totally different, but they're both very passionate about what they do. They're both professionals at what they do. And Coach Keith had a big, big, big impact on me. And I'm also very grateful. And I know that his granddaughter is here tonight. Coach Keith has had some health issues. And anyway, he's always meant a lot to me. And I'll forever be grateful for that. Most importantly, I would like to thank my family and friends for being here tonight, and even Mr. Parker with all his shenanigans. My family, my friends, but I also want to say something special about my wife, Georgia, and she's probably very shocked that I'm doing this right now. But she really, I was somewhat of a workaholic, and when we were trying to get everything going in our business and everything, and I traveled a lot, I worked insane hours and all that. But she was the person that really did the heavy lifting and raising our children. And Georgia, I'll always be grateful for that. You did a great job. Over the years, our caps have landed us in several movies, on national television many times, in the front page of USA Today newspaper, and even in the winner's circle of the Brickyard 400. This crazy journey that we had even allowed me to become a personal friend of Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn, and who, by the way, is one of the most gracious, humble human beings that I've ever met. Really a class act. Little did I know that I had God had a greater plan for my life, and I could have never imagined it. I left the game in February of 2012, and 5 days before the season, baseball season was starting, I got about 11 o'clock at night, I got a call from Tim Danny and telling me he needed my help. I thought his car was broke down. And I was probably the wrong one for him to call, because I don't know the difference between a hubcap and a carburetor, but still they called me. Well, he asked if I could come and help him, and I said, what's wrong? Are you broke down? And he said, can you come and help me coach baseball at Glenwood? And I became a volunteer assistant coach the next day. And from that day I started, I was all in. And I look forward to serving these young men every day. And to think that it's been 12 years ago is kind of mind-boggling to me. But the journey that we've been on, not only on the baseball field and doing some of the mission work that it's changed my life, and I'm very, very grateful for that. As far as the kids go, I only hope that I've learned half as much, if they have learned half as much from me as I have from them. They have definitely given me a far better perspective of what is truly important. And I'm totally flattered and humbled that I was here to be tonight. This has been a very special night for me, and I appreciate everything. Thank you.
Congratulations. And now for our final category, it is for distinguished service. Please welcome Ms. Nicole Jackson and Mr. Chance Corbett to the podium for this presentation.
Good evening. It's a great crowd tonight. So glad to see so many people here and honoring these three great people. But, you know, so much has been said tonight. First, David told me I had a short script. He couldn't talk much. Any of y'all that know me know that's going to be really tough. So, but I do want to say two things right before I introduce, and that's one, there's been a lot of thanks and praises going on, but tonight I want to say thank you to President Scrooge for what you're doing with our college. I want to say thank you to Roz and David Fletcher, because without them, this wouldn't be happening. This is great. The foundation, I'm Chance Corbett. I'm a member of the foundation board and have been for several years, and I can tell you that it is a pleasure serving with the people that are on that board, because they have the same goals in mind, and it's to get students into this college and get people educated. And it's a great mission. I absolutely love doing it. So it is my pleasure tonight to announce the final award, and that is Distinguished Service category. To be nominated in the Distinguished Service category for the Cvcc Hall of Fame, you must have notable achievement in career field or public service and or community service. You must have specific service to Chattahoochee Valley Community College. That will not be a problem with this awardee. The 2023 inductee into the Cvcc Hall of Fame in the Distinguished Service category is Miss Peggy Martin. Please play the video.
Phoenix City native Peggy Martin married Army Sergeant First Class Charles Martin. As a military family, they moved with their 4 children around the world before moving back home to Phoenix City in 1968. Peggy was widowed when her husband died while on active duty in April of 1975. As a young widow, Martin took a job at Tom's Foods in Columbus. It was there that she worked under a president who encouraged her to go to college.
He said to me, Peggy, I don't care if you get a degree in basket weaving, go to college. So that was an impetus, you know. He was encouraging me to go. I thought, oh, go back in the classroom at my age with 4 children. Yeah.
Martin took that advice to heart. She graduated with an Associate's of Art in General Education from Chattahoochee Valley Community College. She went on to get a Bachelor of Science degree in Social Science with a double minor in Business Administration and Psychology from Troy State University. In the early 90s, Martin decided to throw her hat into the public service sector ring. Her public service roles include District 1 City Council member from 1995 to 1998, Mayor of Phoenix City from 1998 to 2001, and City Planning Commission member. Before retiring from public service in 2020, Martin served as a Russell County Commissioner for District 3 as well as Commission Chair. She was a ground floor member of the Phoenix Forward project to rebuild the city, and as the result of the continued support of Phoenix City voters, she was able to see the project through to completion.
I'll say right out, I am not a politician. I'm a public servant. And that has been my focus and my just my genuine calling. People are important. I learned quickly that they want you to return their calls and don't be putting out rhetoric, just talking. That put some feet to it, put action. And that's what I did.
As a Cvcc Distinguished Service inductee, Peggy Martin overcame obstacles to set goals and persevered to achieve them. She is a wonderful example of an individual with an outstanding work ethic and commitment to servant leadership. As a devout Christian, she believed that her faith would lead her to success.
It's a great evening, y'all. I'm so humbled and honored to see this many people here to share the accomplishment. But I want to give thanks to the good Lord that I'm still here. And I think of the Apostle Paul. He said, I thank my God upon every remembrance of you. You are the people, the consumers, the business owners, the teachers, educators, like our President Screws at Cvcc. And God bless all the staff. I just can't say enough about thank you. From my heart and soul, thank you for this acknowledgement. I don't deserve it. I just stepped out and made myself available. I do love people, and I want to serve my Lord as long as He gives me the strength and stamina. And I do miss the comrades at City Council and County Commission. And I love you people. I may not know you personally, but you're special. And I would encourage the young people to get more involved in our government. Because our future depends on you, and definitely on the good Lord. And I thank Him every day. And again, I just thank you for allowing me, just another female employee who wants to serve. And that's what I did, and I want to continue to do. Thank you so much, and God bless you.